Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. We're just getting started in the first quarter. A first down throw for Young. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Look, we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
But he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you consider the
defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. They put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Barry Sanders, 52 yards. And the Madden legends have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Anderson now to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And coming out now, the Broncos. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3, 9.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Green 3.
They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. The line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Mayfield, the quick slant caught, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. He may try and run for this. Call it no gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up a 4th down. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Mayfield, and that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A sensational effort from Barry Sanders, and even 70 yards on the pickup. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. Now Young, and it's incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Young on third down. Staying on his feet. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. 2017 Hall of Famer Morton Anderson now for the Legends field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Anderson's kick is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first.
An automatic Morton Anderson does it again. Knocks another one through the post. I have to be careful because it's almost boring, you know, just how accurate he is. So he knocks another one through.
All-time NFL leading scorer. He's known as the Great Dane because he's from Copenhagen. And I think, Charles, he actually leads 2 different franchises in scoring, does he not?
Well, one time he did. New Orleans Saints, 13 seasons there, still the all-time leading scorer with them. And the Atlanta Falcons, he held that record, but Matt Bryant has since passed him.
Mayfield off the play fake. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Out now come the Legends. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown. I'm
with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Young with the give to Sanders. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, you know, that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
On play action, Young. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out.
Here we go now.
They run with a Hall of Famer, Sanders. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Kevin Green in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he's going to go down again. Lawrence Taylor in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
To throw, Mayfield. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Barry Sanders and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He's had it working pretty well here in this first half up until that last drive when he put it on the turf, Charles.
So I don't think they want to overreact to that fumble because now you've got a guy that's played so well that you don't want to take him and limit his effectiveness by worrying about it too much. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw him next week at meetings. He'd have a football with him at all times. After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a 2nd down throw for Young. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Tony Gonzalez, always such a threat in the middle third of the field. 14 times he went to the Pro Bowl because of his ability to handle contact, traffic, and focus on the football. He may have been built like a wide receiver, but
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Oh, good move. Well, That looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up first and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mayfield looks to throw. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reggie White, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Two minutes to go here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. First and goal, Jonathan Stewart. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And that gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. The Broncos in their hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. He juked him. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Mayfield down. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, it was third and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Madden Legends offense trotting out again. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally,
All right, here we go.
creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible.
All right, here
A
we
little
go.
too quick on that one.
39.
Now they toss out wide to Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I know the defenders are getting up off the ground, heaving a sigh of relief. They just held Barry Sanders to a -yard run. But Barry holds the NFL record for most carries for negative yardage. The all-time leader, 1,114 yards lost on his carries, but he balanced it with over 15,000 yards gained when he ran the football.
I think the pros outweigh the cons. As the offense comes out, we put our Madden spotlight on Baker Mayfield. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing. Mayfield on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. The Broncos in the hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. Second down, Mayfield. Shedding the tackle. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On first and 10, Mayfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here we go now.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
We thought this one would be a close battle.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Set. 319. 319.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Rolling to his... The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
It's Young off play action. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, a 22. first down throw for Young. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Let's go.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit, but his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation, and a short return to the 6-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to get the ground game going with Stewart. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Ray Lewis up from his linebacker spot to make the play.
I think when people start talking about the greatest Ravens of all time, Ray Lewis's name comes up pretty fast, doesn't it? Tackles like that, just the tip of the iceberg when we start to talk about his talents.
He was their 2nd pick after the move to Baltimore. What was that, 96?
Yeah, 1996. Jonathan Ogden was the first.
And Ray Lewis also 2-time Super Bowl champion. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Back onto the field comes the offense for the Madden legends. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
They go play action. Young. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. DeForest Buckner forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
To the right side and complete to Njoku. And now running right through it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
This is Stewart again. A little juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now Stewart on first down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mayfield. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this 4th quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. Young to throw it. Man open left side as well. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Young. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Young to throw. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On the carry, here's Sanders. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Here's Young. He'll get this one off to Sanders. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So everything rests on the left foot of the great Morton Anderson. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So everything rests on the left foot of the great Morton Anderson. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
They don't want it, boys. They don't want it. They don't want it.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Madden legends heading back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Another run with Sanders. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set. 3-19.
Now Young leaves to Sanders on the draw. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Young to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
There goes Jerry Rice again, racking up catches in bunches. His 1,549 catches, a whopping 224 more than the next closest guy, the great Tony Gonzalez, a terrific tight end.
Throwing, Young. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeForest Buckner in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. A first throw for the backup, Jackson, pushing through the contact. They'll roll him out right. He hits Stewart in the flat. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now Jackson on first down. They shakes him off. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's going to air one out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Green 39.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he fends him off. Eluding the pressure right. He can run. And the ball is knocked out. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it. And my, how the table have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone, punch that thing in and end it. Now we're going the other way.
And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up huge? Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game, because if they score a touchdown there, it's game over.
This is Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They'll run with Barry Sanders. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Here we go now.
Young on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Rice. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. They bring their punter out there now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching